Sorry.
And then I'm going to answer the question.
Okay.
All right, there ain't nobody till there's somebody. Like your business, all right? And then when you get one, you might be able to get two. All right?
So I just have to let you know when someone
You
comments.
just have to be quiet right now. You just got to read comments when they come on.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let me see that.
Someone says, "What's up, Aaron?"
What up, what up, what up? Who's that?
Payne's pressure
Pains
washing.
Pressure Wash, my boy. My dog, Pains. Hey guys, it's just a Q&A. I'm driving down here to the Homestead, South Alabama, through the rain. It's supposed to get real cold in Nashville this weekend. Monday, supposed to be like, Tuesday is supposed to be -4. Is that right? No, 4. I think it's supposed to be 4 degrees in Nashville. So, for you northern folks, that's nothing, but for these Alabama bones, I gotta head down a little closer to the equator so I don't, my blood don't freeze.
Someone says, "Look at that screen. My price has got to go up."
PGGU, baby. Hey, PGGU. Let's go. It's real helpful. Real helpful for GPS.
Someone says 5 degrees in Chattanooga next week.
Too much, bro. I'm not about that life. The older I get, I see. When I hit 30, I really started to understand why old people go to Florida. Why old people is so, like, Florida is so full of old people and RVs. They're all just headed down there because it's warm, bro. It's warm pretty much all the time. And if it is chilly, it's like 65 degrees. Yeah, so going down here, gonna film some videos down here. My brother, the new Local Domination 2 course is out. Local Domination is the course that a lot of guys started. I mean, thousands of guys around the globe got the Local Domination course, the original course, and now Local Domination 2 is out with me, Justin Rogers, and Mike Denan. Now, Mike went in there and completely revamped, and he's giving you a lot of new information about how to get big commercial jobs and big apartment complex jobs. I did some more SEO stuff. The first Local Domination course got a lot of your favorite YouTubers started in pressure washing. So if there's guys out there who are selling courses who have YouTube channels besides the Core 4, I guarantee you they took the Local Domination course in 2020-ish. And so a little bit of irony there. Take a little pride in that. Who else is on the line? Anybody else?
Yeah, there's lots of comments. You want me to read through them?
Yeah, give me some good questions. I think, hey guys, if you have any questions about anything, I'm not smoking my cigar. I don't know what the thing is up right now. There it is.
Someone says, if the market crashes, will you still fully be in pressure washing, or do you have another side hustle?
I have a few other businesses. So, you know, if the market crashes, you know, I don't know. I feel like I came in with my life was crashing when I got started. So I really don't know how to process that question. But I got started with like $500, man. It's late 2016, early 2017, and so the market had crashed for Aaron. It may not have crashed for everybody else, but I don't really believe in like the market crashing unless it's like a zombie apocalypse, and that's when I think it's a real time to arm up and start the purge, if you will. But I don't really think that's a thing. I think the economy always goes up and down, and it's really about who's going to stick it out the longest. There's guys who went through 2008 who've been in business for 20 years in pressure washing, dude, and they've been in this game through that process. So market goes up and down, man. But for me, I've luckily invested pretty well. I don't spend a lot of money. I don't live to my means. If you will, I live below it. And so I do have other things. And that kind of leads me, into the future of where we're going, is to just be able to talk to you guys about general business, because I'm not just a pressure washer anymore. I've invented products in this world, so product creation, marketing, patents, stuff like that. Pressure washing's taken me a long way. It's taken me really far, but only because I've pushed it. I've made it do that for me. I think the worst thing you can do is to quit learning. I never stop learning. I just bought a course the other day. I bought a course on marketing the other day. So I'm always buying courses, and I go through their whole funnel, and I'm buying all the stuff, all the upsells. I'm always investing in my knowledge. So that's what I urge guys to do, is just never stop learning your craft. Never stop learning how to be a better marketer for your business, because marketing is something that's great. Selling is great as well. If you can sell one thing, you can sell another thing. It doesn't really matter. It's blanket across the board. A good salesman can be a great salesman in any genre of selling. He just needs to know who the customer is, what's their problems, what's their pain points, and how the product fulfills the solution. It doesn't matter what it is. Plug them in like a Lego. Plug them in here. It takes them a little while to learn the pain points, learn how to get the product to the customer. So nurture yourself in that way. Nurture yourself on becoming a better closer, becoming a better student, becoming a better buyer, not just a better seller, right? Cody talks about this a lot. Learn how to buy well. The next thing you buy, do this. Next thing you go out there and buy on, Facebook Marketplace or whatever, don't offer him lower than what he's asking. Try that. Call your own cheap bluff and go give the guy his asking price. Right? Will you take, I know you asked $1,000, will you take 500? Don't do that. Turn yourself mentally into a good buyer. Right? Because if a guy has something out there, a piece of equipment, something, hell, a Bobcat, whatever, he's selling it for $30,000. Go up to him and give him $30,000 for it. You know it's worth it. You're going to get that use out of it. You know what it would cost to rent it for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, whatever it is. Do the math. You know the math. You're not going to go out there and get ripped off, okay? But if you see that piece of equipment or that thing or that watch on a seller platform, become a good buyer. Learn to give him full price. Pay full price at the counter of success. Say, no, I want to give you full price. I want that. Not for him, for you. That's key, dude. Learning to be a good buyer. One of the things that Cody and I have is an ammunition company that's starting up. And when they tell you the price of machines that can produce millions of rounds a year, millions of rounds of 9mm, 5.56 a year, you don't get to say, well, I see you probably out, I'd like to give you less than that. They say, all right, go to hell, and they hang up the phone. Because they already know you're not a player. So what do? You learn how to say, okay, that's what it costs. $80,000, let's go, boom. How much is a building? Let's go. Bet on yourself to the point where you're willing to write the check at full price. You know you're going to make it back. So you're not withholding to money. Money is not scarce to you. So it moves in and it moves out. Moves in and moves out. You understand? You got to be discerning. But don't become your broke uncle who everything he sells is somehow rare, and somehow he gets to sell it at full price. I saw a guy selling his rig on Facebook Marketplace, and I was laughing. It was a gas pump, but he was selling his rig, and he was like, I owe $19,000 on this rig and would like to get that. Okay, well, that's fine. But if the rig's worth 19, give the man 19. But should you be punished for him paying it off slow? I don't know. Look at it. If it's worth it, give it to him. Give him full rate. And go make $20,000 that month with that piece of equipment. Can you do that? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, to answer your question in a long route, I'll be fine. I don't think that's going to happen in the way that people usually think it's going to happen. The market, the economy, brother, there's always going to be stuff to clean. It's like real estate. Realtors, the most successful ones, are the ones who stick it out the longest. That's what it is. Are you going to be in here when everybody else sells their equipment? And if you are, you're going to be fine.
Someone says, oh hell, it's the man himself driving in a monsoon back on the van lives.
Back in the truck, truck dogs. Yeah, man, we upgraded a little bit. But I think they first saw me. Show them around.
The upgrade?
Yeah, show them around a little bit. Y'all first saw me in the tour van. Holy crap. Way back, man. No, y'all first saw me in the Tahoe. 02 Tahoe with 250,000 miles on that rascal. That was a car that my parents loaned me in 2017 because I couldn't keep driving around my tour van. I had a 15-passenger tour van that I was driving around. I was living in it for a bit, for a few weeks. But then I was driving it around like a daily driver, dude. So my parents had this old Tahoe, Suburban or whatever. They loaned that to me. And then we got the little Ford. You remember the Ford Transit van?
That's the one that I met you in.
That's right.
You picked me up from the airport in the Ford Transit van. And we would go bumping around town in that for what, a year?
That's right. Yep. See, I'll tell you. Look, guys. You don't have to have a pimp car to get a pimp woman. If you a pimp, you a pimp. Yeah. So I had a Tacoma.
This is an F-250, by the way. Someone thought it was a Ram. It's not a Ram.
No, this is a 6.7 250 Super Duty. We got the Hummer, we got the Chevelle, we got Mad Max, we got the Tacoma, we got this. I gotta get rid of some vehicles, man. I'm about to take Mad. He doesn't build custom rigs, but I'm gonna probably just gonna give it to them. Give Mad Max to him and let them rebuild all the equipment. Let them put new shit on there, mount super pumps all over it, See if I can get 2 or 3 super pumps on Mad Max, just something obnoxious on Mad Max, The 98, 3500 single cab. I love that truck. I don't think I'll ever get rid of that flatbed truck.
Someone says you got game if you're picking up girls in the Ford Transit.
Bro, the Ford Transit, right? You gotta be able to spit game, dude. How's she gonna get in the car, bro? You got a Dutch blonde getting into the Ford Transit, man? Come on.
I have a few other questions. I'm gonna go through them. I gotta scroll up 1 second. Harrison Murphy asked, does Southeast Soft Wash have any other wood cleaning products in works, like an oxalic acid or sodium percarbonate based chem for a variety of wood jobs? I don't know if I said that right.
You did a good job. Look at you talking all this chemistry.
Woo!
Black over chemistry, my God. Mix and keep. As far as an oxalic acid, not currently. Because that stuff is it's pretty cheap and it's pretty unspecialized. I think he may do something like that, but guys can kind of mix that. The metasilicate is the one that I think they really wanted to get out there because it's a lot gentler on wood than sodium hypochlorite, as y'all know. All really good wood cleaners are metasilicate based. carbonate, I haven't talked to him about that. I think that's like a hydrogen peroxide type base. You know, maybe down the line. I think he wanted to get that one out just to see if people like would gravitate towards it, and it turned out to be a home run. Like Wood Wizard is one of those wood cleaning products that just flies off the shelves, and I think there could be some in the works. We haven't really talked about that.
Someone else asked, Matthew Franks, would you go back and change any of your marketing strategies and put more resources toward one way over the other?
Oh yeah. All right. So the first 8 months of my business, all you guys hear me talk about Footbridge all the time. But the first 8 months of my business, I didn't have Footbridge because I'd never heard of them, and there wasn't a me who was out there talking about them. I had to like scour the internet and find a guy who was ranking really well in like a major area of New Jersey. I was like, he has way more population than we do. He has multiple trucks. The guy's doing probably close to 7 figures a year. Whatever website company he's using, I want to use. So I reached out to him and turned out to be Footbridge. The rest is history, right? I would have invested in that had I known like month 1, because 8 months is a long time to miss out on leads. And then even at month 8, right, I get the site. I still have to let it age for like another 6 months. So I'm like almost a year and a half in. 6 months, something like that. Yeah, almost a year and a half in before I really start seeing the results, because I just didn't know about it. So I would have done that like day 1 had I known. I would have started running Google ads. If I'm brand new, I'd have started running Google ads day 1. Like springtime, bro, I swear, you will make your money back.
Someone else asked when to start springtime marketing, and then someone else commented now, yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I like to run Google ads all year long because Google ads are a demand-based purchase, meaning you will not pay for what the demand is not. Right? If people are not clicking on your ad, right, there's no demand in the winter, then you just pay less. So I like to let it run, because what I would find is that I would start getting a lot of commercial calls in the winter from Google ads. Okay, listen, I would get commercial calls, bigger jobs, because it was like their slow time of year, like big patio, like Dave and Buster's patios, like, you know, Opryland. I would start cleaning stuff at Opryland. It was all in like November, December, okay, for me. And that all came from Google ads. So where everyone else pulls out their marketing on Google ads and pulls their budget, you stay in it. And you can even stay in it for less, like $700, $1,000 a month. Like, just be willing to spend that much, and you'll sit at the top of Google, and you'll be able to cherry pick those leads, because everyone else is already like packed it in for the winter. I wasn't packing nothing in, dude. I would have worked January, New Year's Eve. You know, I would have worked New Year's Eve night when the ball dropped, and I'm working. Like, that's how I was thinking. So just keep your money in Google ads. Nowadays, it's Nextdoor got a little more Nazi-ish. I think Nextdoor can still be powerful. Nextdoor app, for those of you who don't know, Nextdoor app, it's a free app, and it's kind of like city, region-based, zip code-based. I would really implement some way of getting recommendations on Nextdoor from some of my customers to where it would keep popping me to the top. I would find the competition in that area and see if there's anybody really capitalizing on some of this marketing like Nextdoor, right? If there's not, and it's a really easy land grab, I would grab that now and start having people recommend me. So I just sit up at the top with like 60 recommendations, and I'm very hard to catch. Similarly to Google reviews, I believe in 2024, since Google made it so hard to get reviews these past couple of years since COVID, I think 2024, the review is going to stand out as even a more factor to ranking your GMV. And we've watched this firsthand with one of our, I'm going through the monsoon right now. We've watched this firsthand with one of our listings in Baton Rouge, that if you push consistent reviews in, like multiple reviews a week, you know, say three reviews, 4 reviews a week, that velocity, it can't go unignored from Google, and you'll start sitting up at the top. So that's what I would do. I would focus on recommendations, free next door. I may even do like a paid Yelp thing, even though Yelp is kind of shitty. I put like $300 a month toward Yelp. I've always shit on Yelp, and Yelp's worth shitting on. It is worth shitting. Okay. But we got 3 miles to Starbucks, so she wants a Starbucks.
Vanilla latte.
Yes.
Someone said, how about Thumbtack? I don't know what that is.
Thumbtack is another one of those things. It's kind of like a Yelp-ish. It's more like freelancer-based type stuff. But I think, here's what I'll tell you. If it's an easy land grab, if somebody's not absolutely crushing it, right? Or if there's only one guy crushing it and you can be number 2 without putting a ton of effort into Thumbtack, I would do that. So check your local area. See if you can become the number 1 or number 2 guy pretty easily. I would go clean my grandma's house. I would go clean a few people's houses, and I would start stacking that social core. The cool part about a lot of these platforms, including Google, now at least, as opposed to 2020, they were taking away even legit reviews in 2020. Cool part now is I think they're letting more reviews stick, and reviews stay with you forever. So you can count that as like a brick in the wall. You understand? Once you lay the brick, it's there. You cemented it in, it's not going away unless the apocalypse happens or Google implodes, which I don't see that happening anytime really soon. Or Jesus comes back. I can only know. That's what I would do. Those are the four little pillars. Print marketing is effective. You just got to do a lot of it. Yard signs are very effective. You just got to do a lot of it. If you get 2,000 yard signs, bro, in spring, and you just hammer it, you will make your money back. You will always make your money back, and you will always profit. I promise you, if you're willing to do the work. If you're willing to do the volume and the work, you will always profit. Let me know.
No, I don't see any other questions.
Anything else?
Just comments, no questions.
What are they saying?
Hold on, I gotta read it.
So shame.
Cody, I think, logged on. He said that truck, a wad? What is that?
That truck ain't worth a damn.
Oh.
Ain't worth a damn.
I was-
That's what we say about everything. Everything we create is just ain't worth a damn. Yeah. Oxnox don't work.
Someone said I was called by Opryland to clean their windows. LOL, I turned it down because it was too far and they don't pay like residential.
Dude, Opryland, you talking about the Gaylord probably. I know what you're talking about. Alright, so Opryland has these.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm gonna slow down.
Can't even see out the window.
We're getting off there.
It's 2 minutes.
Opryland has these like fake balconies on all of their exterior windows, and what I mean by that is it's like a balcony that's like a foot, like 2 feet, and then it has like this gate that blocks the windows, and the place is pretty tall. So I don't see, when I drove around it, I was looking at it, I don't see how you're going to clean those from the outside with like a water-fed system, because you can't get through the gate to clean this door, and the door or the window sits back 2 feet. So your arm's not, your pole's not going to reach through there. How are you going to get your brush not only through there, but then hit the window, and it's probably a divided light pane. Good luck. Have fun with that. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't care what the dollar amount is. If you guys have ever held a water-fed pole up for a full day or 2 days, man, I tell you, if you can think about doing that all month for whatever they're gonna pay you, and then you get to wait like net 60 for them to, like, you know, give you the runaround on your money, and you're having to wait for that cash flow situation. Guys, sometimes here, I will tell you, when you first start your business, you're gonna get dollar signs in your eyes because somebody like that's gonna call you. I don't know why that always is. You know, when I first started my business, babe, I would get these giant companies calling me, and I'd just be like, we've hit the jackpot. Break out the red panties, baby. We go into the ship. Like, it was like, it's red panty night, you know? No, it's not, dude. Like, Hampton Inn's on you, and you're using like a Ryobi 3-gallon-a-minute system. Cleaning the Hampton Inn, bro. All right, you're not. So you're just gonna have to pass on some of these jobs, but maybe give you a little bump in your self-esteem that it's possible to get those calls. Then what I did notice is, like, when you start getting real serious right after you start, and you're starting to like really hustle, some of those calls like went away. I don't know why they called me, but then they start picking back up after like first year. You start getting much bigger calls. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is.
Someone else asked a question. He asked twice, so I should probably ask you.
Yeah, what is it?
He says, "Hey, Aaron, what's the 100K in the woods email from yesterday about?"
Oh, that put on. Make 100K in a. What's he saying?
Southeast software.
Hey, let me bum another 10 off you for this Jaime. See, now I bought this Jaime. It's a used Jaime, but you ain't gonna find it like this nowhere else. And they read the joke. It's a used Jaime Garcia. He's trying to sell me a used cigar for $12. It retails new at $8. What was my? All right, I was answering a question.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. I was excited about the latte money.
Oh.
He was talking about the woods email, the 100K.
Yes. So that's a mini lesson that Cody put on about how to make $100,000 in a small town, right? Small population. Cody over at Southeast Softwash, you know, his town in Roanoke's only about 6,000 people now. It was probably less than that when he got started 20 years ago. But he was making six figures pressure washing in a small town, if you can imagine. I know a lot of guys out there, they're rural type guys. I grew up that way. And one of the things that a lot of times happens is when you grow up in that scarcity environment, small town, very scarce environment. They're always talking about, you don't need to make no money. I mean, it is steep. Everybody who's teaching you in your school that you grew up in the small, they're like poor $10,000 a year in this. You don't know anybody when you grew up who made $100,000 a year. I'm here to tell you, it's possible. It's not only possible, Cody's done it, and that's what that mini lesson is about. It's like $27. Cody teaching 3 segments of some strategies on how he made 6 figures in a small town and how you can do it as well. So go grab it, pwcourse.com. Something real simple, a little give back. It's only like $27. It's nothing. Look, it's like if I'm getting double chicken at Chipotle, it's 2 of those bowls for me. So right about $27-30 or so. So that's what that is. Anything else before we go in?
Nothing of substance.
They just comment. What do they want? Ain't worth a damn. What do they comment?
I'm just saying random shit.
Saying random shit. But that's why I love them. Bunch of random rascals out there. Man, January, look, it's raining here. I think this might be the last cold. I believe it's going to be the last cold snap of January. I believe it, because it's getting down real low. We always get one of these. One, like, 4-degree type situations. And then I think it's going to start creeping up into February. I think 2024 is going to be a good year. I believe it. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I'll leave you with this. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. Vivek Arora.
Oh, now it's reconnected.
Oh, it's on? Okay.
Yeah.
All of it's white noise. You got to focus on, that's kind of hard. Talking to everyone I see, I realize that business is hard. But if, I'm just telling you the foolproof way for this to be successful. If you will do what I teach you, what the Core 4 teaches you, okay? If you will invest in the website, you'll do these things. And we got knowledge out there. It's for what it is, it's very, very cheap. It's like less than the price of a house wash. A lot of our trainings are.
if you'll just invest in yourself, learn how to become a different person in that way, right? Learn how to getting into abundance. Start saying, you know what, I can do this. You know what, I can make 100,000. I can make 200,000 a year. I can take that much home a year. I'm worth that. Even though I know no one in my family, my friends, my cousins who has done this, I can do this. You have to start believing that. And if you believe that and you start acting on it, look, we're giving you the roadmap. The roadmap is plain simple. If you just do it, action is always the hardest part. Putting it together. Maybe it'll. You guys gotta go. Who's that? Hoffpower?
Yeah.
How'd you know his name?
What do you mean?
Hoffpower.
It's easy to pronounce.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it French?
No, I don't know.
It's the only way you would know.
He just keeps saying PGGU. And he says we getting 500K this year, hell or high water, son.
I love that. That dude is he's like a Mike Turman of the South. Hoffpower is literally like a Mike Turman of Louisiana. He is a go-getter. That dude, he just cranks. He has a crawfish business as well. He's down in Louisiana.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm rooting you on, man. I'm rooting you all on. Go out there and crush it. I'm gonna go get some coffee up in here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
How do I end it?
Let me see that.
Can I just press the X? I'm sorry.